Okay, here actually we can talk about Europe. Like why Europe is becoming like this. So first we have to decide what kind of Europe we can see in the future. What do we want to get from Europe? But let's say start from this. Okay, Europe has 450 million people. Okay, you add United Kingdom into it, plus Norway, plus Switzerland, which are not part of the European Union. It goes up to close to 53 million people. Okay, 530 million people. Now 530 million people are not able to defend themselves against Russia without the help of US. And somehow the people of Europe have this kind of what do you call this kind of thing to blabber shit against US, that you guys spend so much in the defense while we are spending in our education, in our healthcare. But what is the use of the healthcare and education if you have to run towards US to defend yourselves? Okay, see, if we go by the first principles, okay, we can ask five whys. Five whys, okay. Why Europe does not spend on its defense? Okay, because first why could be the answer of first why could be that they are spending on their healthcare and education. But if they are, but why are they not able to produce so much innovative companies as like US is creating right now? The AI race, all the social media companies, all these big companies are coming out of US. They are not spending that much amount on education, and still US is dominating this field. So you are not able to defend yourself, and you are also not able to produce these many innovative companies. Why? They think that US is going to defend them if something turns out to be nasty. But just suppose that when somebody is attacking you, at that time an isolationist president is sitting in Washington, then what you gonna do? What is your strategy then? What is the one thing that you can do which will save your by which you can save yourself against the invasion? So they don't have any answer for that. So you are not able to defend yourself, you are not producing so many big innovative companies, and you are relying on US to defend yourself. But if isolationist president comes in the Washington, then you won't be able to save yourself. Or maybe you think that nobody is going to attack you, and that is also a one possibility of thinking. Just imagine, take for example Russia. Russia is not able to cross even half of Ukraine, and they are fighting since 4 years. US is surrounded this sorry Europe is surrounded by Belarus, Russia, Turkey, Egypt, Morocco, Libya, Tunisia. That's it. These are the countries which surround Europe. Do you think any one country or the group of three or four countries has this much power that they can field 1 million troops and at least 5,000 fighter jets? This much it will take at least to invade Europe. I don't think so. I don't think 1 million troops can be fielded by Turkey or Egypt. So actually, they are fine, nobody's going to invade them because nobody has the power to invade them. And top of that, if comes to shove, then UK and France have close to 500 nuclear bombs. So they can use those nuclear bombs if push comes to shove. But yeah, 530 million people living on a continent that is defensible in nature. They have close to put together close to 3,000 fighter jets, and all are modern fighter jets, from F-35s to Euro Typhoons to French Rafales. All are nearly modern fighter jets. They also have the navies. They still have the manufacturing capacity, and not even a single country around them is able to raise an army of 1 million people to invade them. So I think Europeans are fine. They do not need the army, they do not need the defense that much, and they also do not want to project power as US want. Like US has to defend Eastern Europe, US has to defend Japan, South Korea, Taiwan. US also has to make sure that it has influence in South America. US also has to make sure that it has influence in Middle East. Europeans, apart from France, like France, they want to have some influence in Sahel region of Africa. They want their influence in Syria and Lebanon, because Lebanon and Syria are the erstwhile colonies of France. So they want their influence to be continued, at least in some part of Middle East and some part of Africa. They want it, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about this. So I'm not sure like why Russia actually invaded Ukraine. Russia is not short of land. The population is not exploding. It is imploding actually. The population of Russia is coming down. So why do they need the Ukrainian land? What is the purpose? Ukraine is not going to invade them. There was never a plan that Ukraine is going to invade Russia. People always talk about this war of Palestine and Israel. According to the health ministry run by Hamas, actually, the people that have been killed in Gaza, 67,000 people have been killed in Gaza. If you add the people those were killed in Israel plus the people those were killed in Lebanon, the Hezbollah, even then it won't cross 70,000, or maybe it will be somewhere about 70 to 70,000, 72,000. While in the case of Russia and Ukraine, more than a billion people have died. And people just don't care about it. Like 1 million people have died. 1 million people have died from both sides in this war, and nobody is able to achieve its objectives. At least you can say that Ukraine did not have any objective. They just wanted to defend themselves, and they have done the pretty damn job. But Russia had the objective of conquering Ukraine, denazifying Ukraine, and making sure that the puppet of Russia is sitting in Kiev. But that has not happened after the loss of 1 million people. 1 million, you can imagine 1 million people. So all the death and destruction that we see in Israel and Palestine conflict. This conflict of Russia and Ukraine has endured 10 times more death and destruction than Israel and Palestine conflict. And people don't talk about it that much. And this could be the calculation of Europeans that if Russia is not able to mount the invasion of Ukraine successfully, having the upper hand in population, upper hand in economy, upper hand in weapon systems, upper hand in the manufacturing of weapons. If they are not able to mount the invasion of Ukraine successfully, then I don't think they can do it with Poland. Poland is so far away from Ukraine, this Russia, that they have to cross whole Ukraine and then only they can enter Poland. And then you will have Germany to cross, and then you will have France to cross, and then the UK will be sitting top of you, and Sweden and Norway, and in the underbelly they will have Italy and Spain and Portugal. So they will have to deal with that also. So Russia won't be able to mount the invasion of Europe in any meaningful way. So Russia is out of the picture. Turkey is out of the picture. Turkey, though, they can't do anything. Egypt, obviously, they can't even beat Israel, so I'm not sure they will be able to mount the invasion of Europe. Same with Morocco. Same with Libya and Tunisia. They are the failed states. Libya is a failed state right now, so they won't be able to do that. So yeah, actually, there's not even a single country which can invade Europe. So Europeans do not have to worry that much about the defense spending. Yeah, but still they should spend because like Russia has invaded Ukraine, and if you want to defend Ukraine, you are 450 million people with Norway and Switzerland and UK. If you put all these people together, it will be close to 530 million people. So 530 million people should be able to provide that many weapons to Ukraine so that Ukraine can defend itself. And you don't have to run across Atlantic to get to the US and beg for the weapons. That much though you can do. But I don't think they will listen to me or they listen to anybody. They are not innovating at all. They are just regulating their economies down the drain. Yeah, these are my two bits.